Theater, as well as sports, have evolved over time and have been modified, yet similar events are still popular today in our country. The ancient Romans have passed down this delightful entertainment so we can now appreciate theater in the form of plays and sports in the form of horse racing as related to chariot races.
The majority of the Roman population found plays to be entertaining and attended them often. Theatrical plays were usually performed on public holidays. As the years went by, the number of official holidays on which plays were performed increased. In 354 AD, there were over 100 days a year set aside for that purpose. The very first theater was a very temporary wooden structure and was built in 145 BC. At this time, people had to bring their own seats or stand to watch the performance. The first permanent theater was built in 55 BC by Pompey. Plays performed in modern-day America might not have real bloodshed and death on stage, but they still share some similarities with those of ancient Roman times. First, mimes were enjoyed by the ancient Roman population and are even still today. However, the mimes of this time are different because they did not have to be mute, as they are notorious for being today. The Romans also invented the tradition of raising and lowering the curtain to mark the beginning and end of a play. We do this today, but instead of being raised to open a play, the Roman stage curtain was lowered into a slit trench excavated in the floor of a stage, where it was kept during the performance. One major difference in the two theaters was that each performer would become an expert in a particular role in ancient Rome. But today, good actors are considered the ones who can convincingly play different and many roles. Interestingly, the ancient Roman actors had fan clubs as we do today. Plays produced popular stars and in turn produced fans. In fact, writing was found on the wall of an inn at Pompeii in ancient times, made by a meeting of men. The men expressed that they were fans of Actius and Nicetus, a popular actor at Pompeii.
Chariot races were held in honor of various gods, but they also provided entertainment which was immensely popular with all classes of Romans. The huge stadium called the Circus Maximus was used especially for these races. The Circus Maximus was around 2,000 feet long and 625 feet wide. Chariot races frequently resulted in spectacular crashes and the death of many contestants. When the magistrate signaled the start by dropping his handkerchief, the gates were opened and the race began. Up to 12 teams of horses thundered onto the track. There could be anywhere from 3 to 12 chariots competing in the race. A chariot, or quadriga, was a small two-wheeled cart driven by 4 galloping horses. Because of the difficulty of controlling 4 horses at once, the driver had the reins tied around his waist. He carried a knife to cut them, so as not be dragged if the chariot could smash into their barrier or overturn. They raced around an oval track, and the laps were marked by 7 wooden eggs, one of which was removed after each lap, and 7 bronze dolphins, one of which was turned over after each lap. Chariot racing from ancient Rome is most similar to modern-day horse racing. The sport both then and now is exciting to the audience because of the option to bet on which chariot or horse would win. The races differed in length. The chariot races involve 7 laps, each of which about 2.5 miles. Today's best American horses rarely run longer than 1.25 miles. Lastly, the races differed in the amount of weight the horses had to carry. In ancient Rome, 4 horses had to carry a huge chariot and rider, but today a single horse has to support only 1 rider. Roman entertainment by public performances, such as plays and chariot races, have evolved throughout the centuries and have made their way to modern America. We inherited many traditions from the Romans, including the raising and lowering of curtains to signify the beginning and end of a play. Also, chariot races have inspired the modern-day sport horse racing. In conclusion, the Romans have affected the ways of modern entertainment by public performances in the world today.